What's up, everybody? Crappie Kirby. Today is Saturday, August 10th, and had a crazy week. Over the last week, I've guided 9 different groups of people. Yesterday, I did the Team Smile event with the Kansas City Royals. This morning, I did the Rock and Roll 5K for Providence Medical Center Amphitheater. Got my show turned in for the radio station tonight, and the wife said, "You've worked so hard and you've given me all the money. You can go do whatever you want." So hey, I'm fishing with Deej. What's up, Deej? What's up, Deej? Oh yeah, good to see you, buddy. Today, in honor of the Rock and Roll 5K out at Providence Medical Amphitheater, we're gonna do a tribute show. Now, this is also in conjunction with a guide that I had, actually the last time I guided on Hillsdale. For some reason it was calm conditions, and we can only get those crappie to bite when we were moving. So that got me to thinking, hey, let's push some minnows with the Capps and Coleman method. So Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman, they are rock stars in the crappie industry. They are phenomenal fishermen. I believe they've won 76 tournaments. So they are basically to crappie fishing what AC/DC and Led Zeppelin is to the rock and roll world. So we're gonna use Capps and Coleman's trolling poles. We're even going to use the Capps and Coleman pre-rigged hooks with the sinker on it. So we're going to try to push these baits with the wind. There's a slight breeze today. We got overcast conditions, so I think these fish are going to be on the bite. I think we might even pick up a walleye or two. The only thing I'm a little nervous about is these poles that I've got from B&M, which Capps and Coleman's designed specifically for their technique in fishing. Is I've never fished with them before, and sometimes when you have a different pole, especially these long ones that are 8, 10, 12, and 14 feet, which we're going to try today, sometimes it can be a little tricky to get those fish in. I do not have a long net. I've watched some of their videos, and I've seen them on all the different television shows and television tournaments that they've been on, and they always have those long nets, so they just kind of raise them to the top and then come up underneath those crappie. So I don't know how we're going to fare in landing these fish, but I've got a good hunch that the Capps and Coleman technique of pushing or pulling minnows, just depending on which way we're going with the wind, might be pretty productive in giving some Kansas crappie some free boat rides, baby. So we'll see if we can make that happen coming up on the lake right now. All right, everybody, we are on the water and doing a little tribute to Capps and Coleman. All right, Ronnie Capps and Steve Coleman. Now, I've never met Ronnie Capps, but I did have the privilege of meeting Steve Coleman a couple times. I met him once at ICAST about 3 years ago, and then last year I actually got to meet him at the Grizzly Jig Crappie Festival that goes on in Missouri. And if you want to talk about a knowledgeable person that is just open and honest and is encouraged to share his information, you're definitely talking about Steve Coleman. Super nice, down-to-earth guy, doesn't have any airs, doesn't have any arrogancy, which he completely deserves. Just a super nice crappie expert that is just loves sharing his knowledge with the people. I actually caught 2 of his seminars when I was down there and learned a ton. So this is what we're using today. The Capps and Coleman trolling rod. We've got 2 of these. We've got a 12-footer and a 10-footer. And you can check these out, the entire lineup, at bnmpoles.com, and you can find them at great crappie gear establishments all over the country. I get mine at Bass Pro Shop, or sometimes I get them online. And then this is the Capps and Coleman rig. All right, looks like a little craziness. I'm going to show you how this works and show you what it looks like. But here's the packaging. When you do go into your favorite store, Cabela's, Bass Pro, Grizzly Jig, wherever you're buying these, or if you go online to bnmpoles.com, it looks like this. The packaging looks just exactly like this, and it comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them in a package. It gives you the notes on how to rig these on the back. You can freeze that and read them, or you can just buy a bunch of them and utilize these. But basically, it is a double rig minnow setup with the bell sinker on the bottom, very similar to the bottom bumping technique that I love to do, but instead of coming from the bottom, we're going to be coming from the top because these summer crappie are suspended. So what you do is you just find the end of your line. I've got it trimmed down here. I like to say hello to my dentist, Dr. Bill Bush. He loves that I'm a crappie fisherman. And the trick to these little things, go on the one that's furthest down. And just pull up a little bit, and then it just weaves itself on down, just like that. There's the swivel. Then you go on down, there's the bell sinker, and then there's the final hook, and then put that plastic in your pocket. Don't toss it in the lake, folks. So, and this is what it looks like. We got a three-way swivel right here. All right, you got about a number 4 or number 2 hook, maybe about 6 inches off that. Down below, you got the bell sinker, and then another 4 inches, 5 inches below that, the other hook. You just basically tie the open eye of the swivel onto your line. Get those minnows on. I like to put them through the lips. They swim a little bit better, in my opinion, that way. I know people will argue with me in the comment section. But put that on the line, and then drop them in the water, reel up those crappie. That's what we're going to do here today. Going to get us set back up on the spot. There's a drop off here where it goes from 8 feet to about 15 feet. We've got the Garmin out. We've got the live scope working. These fish are showing up on the screens I'm going to show you through the Garmin Helm app at about 8 to 10 feet. So we're going to work that ledge. They're hanging on the ledge, ambushing stuff that's coming over the edge, and we've got really blessed conditions today because the wind is actually pushing from the shallow end of the ledge back over to the deep. So we're going to go with the wind and just ride that ledge and see if we can't get some of these crappie free boat rides to Greece. Ooh, I'm hungry. My belly's eating. So, okay, let's go up this ledge and see what happens. Real slowly gonna work our way off this ledge. We're at 7 feet. It's gonna drop down to about 11, and there's fish at the 8-foot mark. So tell you what, right now I should be right in the face of several crappie. Well, that's a fish. I didn't expect it to be a fish, but it's a fish. All right, it can be done. Right when I pushed over that ledge. Nice little 10-inch crappie. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him. Oop, there's another fish. Got another one. Oh, missed him. Missed him. Off there. Might have the magic depth on that one. That was 2 bites, bang bang. I can see how this could become very addictive. Very addictive. Especially if you got a cold beverage. Pass the time. Ooh, I see a whole mess of them. Right here. Right here to the right. And we should be in the zone right now with them. Right now. I actually feel like putting it on spot lock because I'm in the face of a ton of fish right now. Come on, crappie. Keep it going. There he is. Got him. I got him. Just the subtlest of bites there. I just saw the rod just tap a little, and then boom, there he is. Little needle sharp hooks on those Capes and Coleman rigs. That one's too little, of course. We're gonna throw him back. Let him live another day. I keep catching him on the middle rod. I don't get it. I haven't had one bite on the other one. Nope. There's one on the middle pole. He's running and gunning. Oh, and he got off. He was a nice one. That was probably crappie of the day for us. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. That's how it goes. Huh. All on the middle pole. I don't get it. Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain why I got 3 poles in the water. I can only get a bite on this Capes and Coleman trolling rod. Oh, there's a bite on another rod. A little crappie. There's a bite too. Nope. Coming fast and feverish. Little crappie, too little. Going back. Okay, here's the fish. The fish are at 8 feet, but 10 foot deep. So I've turned, there's a bite. Oh, missed it. And I got a heck of a hook. There's the bite. Got it. Try to get this pole out. Oh, it's the littlest crappie of all. Look at that crappie. Sensitivity does not lie in these B&M Captain Coleman poles. You could tell that was a bite, even though it was a little fish. See what happens here. See if we can get another one. There it is. I got him in there. We got another one. That's magic depth right there. Nice crappie. I guess you just swing them in. All right, all right. We're on to something here. I think I might just spot lock. Catch these nice 11-inch Kansas crappie. What do you say? Booyaka shot. Captain Coleman, baby. No wonder they're winning so many tournaments. Woo! Easy breezy.